There's a lot of talk about the possible supermassive black hole at the center of the Milky Way, but is there actually evidence for it? Well, in this video I'm going to show you 3 pieces of evidence that make me think that not only does this black hole exist, but I know exactly where it is. Let's start with a quote from astrophysicist Charles Haley of the University of Virginia. He said, "There is no question that the Milky Way has a massive black hole at its center." Okay, so far so good. But why does he say that? Well, there are 2 main reasons. The first reason is because we observe stars orbiting around the center of our galaxy. And they reorbiting incredibly fast. If there's no black hole there, then those stars would simply be flying away from the galaxy. So there must be some massive object in the center keeping them bound with its gravity. The second reason is because we observe gas clouds in the center of the galaxy. And they re-swirling around really fast. And if there's no black hole there, then those gas clouds would simply be flying away from the galaxy. So again, there must be some massive object in the center keeping them bound with its gravity. Okay, so what is this massive object? Well, it must be a black hole because stars and gas clouds don't just orbit around any old thing. They orbit around each other. And since these 2 things are orbiting around a common center of mass, we can use physics to calculate the masses of both. And it turns out that the combined mass of all the stars and gas in the center of the galaxy is about 4 million times the mass of our Sun. And since 99% of that mass is in the stars, that means the black hole is about 40,000 times the mass of our Sun. So now you might be asking yourself, if this black hole is 40,000 times more massive than the Sun, why isn't it a trillion times more massive? Well, that's because most of the mass of the Milky Way is not in the center. It's in the disk. In fact, 90% of the mass of the Milky Way is in the disk. So even though the black hole is very massive, it's dwarfed by the combined mass of the stars and gas in the disk. But what about the size of the black hole? Well, since black holes are defined as having an event horizon that is 295 times larger than the Schwarzschild radius, we can calculate the approximate size of this black hole by multiplying the Schwarzschild radius by 295. The result is a black hole about 125 times larger than the Sun. So now you might be asking yourself, if this black hole is 125 times larger than the Sun, why isn't it a trillion times larger? Well, that's because the size of the black hole is limited by the amount of mass in the galaxy. And since 90% of the mass of the Milky Way is in the disk, the black hole cannot get any bigger than about 125 times the size of the Sun. In summary, we have strong evidence that the Milky Way has a supermassive black hole at its center. We can calculate its mass and its size, but we still don't know exactly where it is. So here's my question for you. Do you think there's a supermassive black hole at the center of the Milky Way? And if so, do you think I should make a video about it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe so that I can keep making videos like it. Thanks for watching.